My name is Tumi, and I am a young girl from the village of Zuba, a peaceful community resting on the banks of the great Shona River. The river is the lifeblood of our village, providing water for drinking, cooking, and bathing. It's also a place of mystery, a place the elders warn us never to venture too deeply into. They tell stories of strange creatures beneath the waters, and those tales are enough to make any child stay away. Yet, a part of me has always wondered, what if the stories aren't true? What if the river isn't dangerous after all? One sunny afternoon, as I watched the river, I found myself asking, what could be so dangerous about this calm, beautiful water? The sun was high, the breeze was gentle, and everyone in the village was busy with their daily tasks, not paying attention to me. This was my chance. I slipped away quietly, tiptoeing toward the riverbank, my heart pounding with excitement as I dipped my bare feet into the cool water. The moment I stepped into the river, I felt an unexpected sense of freedom. The water seemed to welcome me, wrapping around my legs like a gentle hug. I waded further, deeper than I had ever dared before, the water soon reaching my knees, then my waist. The current was stronger than I had anticipated, but it felt warm and inviting. I looked back, realizing that the village was no longer in sight. I was alone in the river's quiet embrace. Suddenly, panic hit me. How did I get so far? I whispered, feeling my pulse quicken. I called out, Mama Baba, but my voice was swallowed by the vastness of the river. Desperately, I tried to find the shore, but it felt miles away. I cried out again, hoping someone would hear me, but the only response was the soft sound of water lapping against the rocks. As I wandered along the unfamiliar riverbank, exhausted and unsure of where I was, something unusual caught my eye. There, nestled in a small cove, was a creature unlike anything I had ever seen, a dragon. Its scales shimmered in the sunlight, iridescent like 1,000 gemstones. But what struck me the most was its eyes, a mixture of sadness and weariness that made me pause. What is that? I whispered in awe, staring. I'd heard the elders speak of dragons and tales, but I'd never believed they could be real. Yet here, right in front of me, was one, trapped in the shallow waters. Its wings were tangled in seaweed, and its tail flicked weakly, as if it had been struggling to free itself for a long time. Without thinking, I rushed to the dragon's side. It let out a low, rumbling growl, but made no attempt to flee. It was clear the creature was in pain, and I felt a strong urge to help. Tugging at its wings, I tried to free it from the weeds binding it. The dragon's eyes softened as it watched me, and I felt a surge of determination. Finally, with all my strength, I managed to pull the dragon to the riverbank where it could rest. You saved me? Why? The dragon's voice rumbled softly, resonant and ancient. Startled, I took a step back, having never heard a creature speak before. Yet as I looked into its eyes, I felt a strange connection, like I understood its pain. I couldn't just leave you there, I said, trying to steady my voice. Are you hurt? What happened to you? The dragon let out a sigh. I am not from these lands, it said, its voice weary. I was cursed by a wicked sorcerer many years ago. Trapped in these waters, I have been unable to escape. Only someone with a pure heart could help break the curse, but I never thought I would find such a person. The dragon's gaze held mine, and I understood that I wasn't just helping a creature. I was part of something far greater. But how can I help you? I don't know any magic, I replied, feeling small and unsure. I'm just a girl from a small village. What can I possibly do? Perhaps your kindness is the magic I need, the dragon answered. If you help me return to my homeland, I will grant you one wish, a wish that will change your life forever. But be warned, this journey will be perilous. You must not tell anyone of what you see, for if others learn of me, I will be trapped once again. I hesitated, thinking of my family, my village, and the drought that had plagued us for years. If the dragon could truly grant me a wish, I knew what it would be. I don't know much about magic, but I'll help you. Please, show me the way. Thank you, Tumi. You are braver than you know, the dragon replied. Weakly, it spread its wings, lifting off the ground with me close behind. My heart raced with excitement and fear as I followed it into the unknown. Our journey took us through dense forests, across vast plains, and over tall mountains. The farther we traveled, the more the landscape changed, becoming wilder and more enchanting. The dragon spoke to me along the way, sharing tales of its homeland, a place of hidden valleys, sparkling rivers, and ancient secrets. After many days, we arrived at the dragon's homeland, a lush valley surrounded by towering cliffs. The river sparkled here, and the air was filled with life. As we entered, dragons of all colors emerged, their scales gleaming in the sunlight. The dragon I had saved greeted its kin, who bowed in respect as they acknowledged my courage. One elder dragon approached, bowing deeply. "You have done what others could not. You have freed one of our own from a terrible curse. For your bravery and kindness, we shall grant you your wish." Without hesitation, I replied, "I wish for my village to never know hunger again. I want the rains to return, to bring life to our crops, and restore balance to our land." The dragons nodded in agreement, and with a mighty roar, they summoned the skies. Dark clouds gathered, and soon rain poured down, soaking the land. I knew then that my village would thrive once again, and I felt a deep sense of gratitude. When I returned to my village, the rains had already begun, and the people rejoiced as crops sprouted and the river flowed with abundance. They called me a hero, though I never spoke of the dragon or the wish I'd made. In my heart, I carried the memory of my journey and the dragon's gift. And so my village flourished. The rains never ceased, and I became a legend, the girl who saved a dragon and changed her world with a single act of kindness.